This is William Salabisi. As you know, I don't know where to sit so that I can, you can see my face very well, and we can get to interact in a face-to-face conversation, or you can really see how I feel or my reaction to each question. So, as I've told you in my former videos that I'm a third year medical student and I will be graduating soon. So I'm in third year, or here it's third year. Back in Nigeria it's 600 level already. So here education is really different. We use the American system and we use the UK system or British system. So it's like medical school is straight 6-7 years, but here it's like you have to have first degree 4 years, then after that you can go for medical course, proper medical course, which you go into a medical school. So in this video I was just actually, let me go back to the reason I'm doing this video. Earlier today, which is 29th of November 2015, I was talking to a younger one which I met in the Philippines. He used to stay in my city before, then he moved to another city to continue his education. He was so concerned about what is going on in his environment, like he can just understand what is going on. He's just 17. So I took it upon myself to talk about some things that are really my concern, and I contacted a lot of people too, a lot of my friends, foreign friends, and I asked them some questions like, what do you want to ask, or what do you want me to talk about on my YouTube channel, and about what you're feeling here as a foreigner. So which brings me to our topic for today: racism in the Philippines. Most of the time people don't want to talk about this, don't want it to be a topic of the day, or of course we all know it exists, but most of the people focus on racism in US because that is like in a bigger picture, but it's all over the place. Yeah, it's really all over the place. So we'll be focusing on the one happening in where I am right now. So I gathered some questions from friends, from chatmates that are foreigners and living in the Philippines. So our topic, racism in the Philippines. So please, let's just not say, oh, they are Asians, or they are this, they are that. So there can be racism there. There is. It exists, and it's so obvious, I may say, in Philippines, because sometimes it's expressed freely and sometimes it's not. Some people don't just know how to express their feelings sometimes. So I'll be going through the questions people sent to me one by one. So stay tuned. So let's go to the first question. Why don't you bleach your skin? They asked one of my friends, or one of the question is that they always asking, why can't you bleach your skin? I don't know how to really answer this. Based on my whole observation in Philippines, being light in comparison of being fair special is big deal here. You have to be 29. So don't be surprised that but they are yellow or they and then they want to be something else. It's okay in this society to be white by all means. People don't care what they use, what they swallow, or whatever it takes. They just want to be white. I think it's the society, based on how society accepts it. So you shouldn't judge them based on that. So everyone wants to be white here, and when you're white, people think you gain more respect. That's the way people will respect you more. So when they ask you why don't you bleach your skin, I think you reply based on my experience when they ask me that. So if I love my skin the way I am, I love myself so much, so I don't want to change a thing. So I hope you understand that first question. So let's go to the next question. Are you a prince or princess in your country? Yeah, people, I think they've asked me this several times before, because the mentality here is that before you can come to the Philippines, pay your flight tickets without getting it on loan or getting it on credit from agency, then you have to be a prince or princess in the country. That means from instead of before asking any other things in life, they just want to have a sense of where you're from, because this stereotype, there's stereotype attached to each country. So um, when like US, they attach the stereotype to US that they are rich, they are fashionable, they are looking up to them. Then they attach this stereotype to Africa that they are poor, a lot of starving children, and then a lot of diseases are happening there based on what they see on TV. So when they ask you that and you say you're from Africa, it's like you give them opportunity or open door to ask you more and more about Africa. So it's just to put you in one stereotype Yeah, that's the reason they had that first. This thing, it happens to almost all of them. Like, sometimes I get so irritated by that when I first came here, but now it's like it's part of the society already, so you can't easily erase that. But every time you get the opportunity, try to explain to the person that this is how um I think you should behave towards me as a foreigner. You should say hello, hi, let's exchange greetings or compliments first before you just go straight to where are you from. Even some will say from distance to you, like, hey, where are you from? So you feel like this person doesn't know me, doesn't even want to talk, doesn't want to relate, he just want to know where I'm from. So maybe that's my perception of what the reason they had to where you're from first, to place you in one kind of stereotype. And the next question: why did they cover nose even when nothing is smiling? As in, why do Filipinos cover nose even when nothing is smiling? I think it's just part of the society already. I can't say culture, but part of the society that um, when they think when you are uh, black, or when you are from certain countries, you eat certain food that will bring out smell whenever you sweat, or bring out odor whenever you sweat. So they attach um, different kind of odor or smell to countries. I've been in a midst of friends before, Filipino friends, that they started stating, "No, this country smells. If you meet someone from this country, this is how the person will smell. If you meet someone from this country, this is how the person smells." So I was just so so um I don't know how to put it. I was just smiling throughout the conversation. Like, how can someone ever think of that? You know, we use different kind of telephone. Even myself and my friends, we use different kind of telephone. So even though we are from the same country, or from Africa, or from, we don't smell the same in any way. So I don't know how to get that from, but it happens a lot here. So the it's now becoming, even though nothing is smelling, they just have this tendency that if they meet someone from other countries or something, they just want to cover those, or it's like it's now becoming an involuntary reaction. Like, you don't even think of what, but it just like happens without them thinking of it. It was like, you know. So some of them will try to, like, when they get to know that, oh, because conscious is like, it's not becoming an unconscious behavior. But some of them, when they get to realize that, oh, this person is different, or this, they try to adjust it around you. Even though the first time they meet you, they will try to do this, but they will, this is like, okay, this person is not like whatever I think about our race, or about our culture, or about having odor and anything. So just don't mind that. Just take it as part of the society, where the society accepted, and it's nice. you get to know that it stated there that foreigner can get anything out of this land unless um you come and establish here, or you come and study. That's the only way you can get some anything out of it. For you to work, for you to you can just, it's part of the constitution, it's part of the society. So based on them thinking you are rich, so let's get from those that are rich. That is the mentality. So I just want to advise you based on that. Choose your friend wisely and be careful. Yes, be careful in dealing. So next question. Why did they react funny or say something in presence of foreigner? I think the reason it depends on how funny you think they can be in front of you for you to notice who is being funny. And for me, before you can get my attention, maybe I'm going somewhere or I'm outside doing something, or or in a open place, in a commercial place, for you to get my attention, that means you've gotten every other person's attention in that environment, because I face whatever I'm going through, and even going out to watch movie. That attitude, not all of them, not all Filipino or Filipinas have this kind of attitude that they are better off or anything. So if I come across any group mate that has this attitude of I know it all, I just relax until you ask me questions or until you need my opinion. That's when I will give it. So I will just relax. I will still be in the group. I will do whatever it takes for me to be in the group, or whatever I have to do for the group. But my opinion, I will just try to keep it to myself until it's needed. And sometimes it's better for you to study other people's opinion and extract the good one and bring it together. And when you bring yours, it's like you are the best. So I hope you will try to, try to use my strategies to deal with that kind of situation, so that um, you won't be having that kind of feeling anymore. Let me look at my video if it's still rolling. Okay. Hi, this is me today. This is our class. So don't mind. Sometimes I just okay. The next question: why do they think foreigners have to behave like them? Yes, I think someone in American school right now, someone said that to me before. Like, someone said that to me personally, on personal level. It's not like in a crowded place or anything happened. It's just that we were discussing about other foreigners. Like, let me put it this way. You were talking about Indians, and I joined the conversation and I said, you don't have to generalize. If you have a problem with one Indian, that doesn't mean that all Indians have the same problem or anything. When you started generalizing, you have collision with a lot of people, because you are misinterpreting the whole population based on what one person or two do to you. So it's not really a good distance. So what the person actually told me, like, why don't you foreigners behave like us, because you are in our country? Then I said, okay, will it be proper if I should tell you to behave like me when you get to my country, or Filipino or Filipinas working in my country, they have to behave exactly like me to be accepted? Then he said, no, because we are from different backgrounds. I said, yes, the same thing. We are from different backgrounds. We are from different society. But the only thing you can tell me as a foreigner is to adjust, so that you have a better living in foreign country. You don't have to mandate the person to behave just like you. So I think the reason is that they think when you behave like them, or when you behave like normal Filipino or Filipina, then they won't have problems with you. Or many Filipino or Filipina don't have this sense of acceptability. Like, they don't just want to accept you as individuality, or you have your own behavior. You just have to behave in certain ways to be accepted in the society. I think is whenever you come across this kind of question, just tell them that you are individual person, that you don't need to manipulate yourself to be certain with. The moment you are not disturbing the peace of the society, you are not creating nuisance, and you are not creating chaos in any way, and you're not affecting any other person's personal life or privacy, then you can be who you want to be actually. So let's go to the next question. Do you have houses or cars in Africa? That's another question someone sent to me, that they used to ask him, like, do you have houses or cars in Africa? So when you come across this kind of question, definitely the question sounds stupid, and you just don't need to you don't need to stress yourself over it. Just tell the person, like, everything you think you have here in the Philippines, or you see here in the Philippines, is over there too, because we don't really have much of differences back in Africa, or in any countries in Africa, and any countries in Asia. You have cars, there are cars there. In the Philippines, you have two seasons. There are two seasons there too. So you are tropical country, back there too. A lot of tropical countries, and some countries are Not tropical, they have um, a lot of seasons, 4 seasons, but most countries in Africa are tropical. So, so just try to educate the person a little bit so that the person will feel, how can you say, how can I put it? So that the person will feel stupid, just like the question. So try to educate the person, and as much as possible, I refrain from um, trying to downgrade uh, Philippines to upgrade your home country. Just try to balance it. So the next question: do you have malls and TV shows in Africa? What? Yeah, I think this is another stupid question. Please, the moment you meet this kind of people asking you some kind of stupid questions that you don't expect a normal person to ask in 21st century, just try to educate them. Maybe that's just what they think, you know. And try to educate the person again based on, it's not everything you see on TV that you believe. Try to do your own research. Don't just believe everything on TV can be true, because if that is what we should cling to, like we should always believe, then I have my own perspective or my own thinking of Philippines before coming here, which is not true when I came here, and I've been here for 6 years, which I haven't seen um a lot of those things that I see or I think before coming. So when you are faced with stupid question or question that you don't really think someone should ask you, just advise the person, like, as much as possible, that if you're not a traveling type, or you've not been to my country, you've not been to the country you want to say something about, don't keep your opinion to yourself, because you don't know what you're talking about until you visit the place. People say US is good, US is this. People are still suffering in US. Not everyone in US are enjoying, or not everyone in US are making it. So you have to be there. Your experience we based on what you have to say. Okay, myself, for instance, I've been here for almost 7 years. So I've tried to travel around Philippines, places and corners of Philippines. Every time I have a chance, I just pick my backpack and I travel just to experience different corners of Philippines. So if you should ask me about Philippines, I'm going to tell you only my experience based on places I've visited. I can't just say, okay, because Vivian is like this, then Mindanao would be like that, because Mindanao is like, hello, we are back to the video. Yeah, I think I'm using my cell phone for today, and the video will stop every 30 minutes, so we are done with the first part of the video. Yay! So the last question I was discussing was do you have houses or cars in Africa? So whenever you come across this kind of stupid question, I love this kind of stupid question. When you come across it, just try to educate the person, let the person know that you have certain things and there's not much of differences. So when I travel to places and corners of Philippines, I don't just justify my experience based on one place with whatever I think other places in the Philippines will be like, based on just visiting only one place. So try to educate the person and tell the person a lot of stuff you have in common and things you think you even have that is not here. So next question: Is Africa a nice country? I don't know who is asking about this. One of my friends sent this. So it's like I've come across this question, yeah, before. Like, is Africa a nice country, or putting Africa as a continent in a sentence, using it as a country? I don't know why people have to put the whole continent, a continent almost as big as Asia. You just have to put it in a sentence as a country. So I try to educate the person, and I try to compare um, what Africa with Asia. So I asked the person, is it acceptable for me to say, is Asia a nice country? He said, no, no, no. When I asked the person that asked me this question, he said, no, is Asia a nice country? And he said, no, 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 no. Asia is a continent. Philippines is a country, and other countries are there. I said, oh, really? The same thing with me. Africa is a continent, the second largest continent after Asia. But you just place it as a country just now. Then they say, oh, okay, so you have many countries. I say, yes. So you let the person realize what they just said. Is easily, not by saying, oh, Africa is a continent. They just don't have, okay, as if they understand, whereas they don't really understand. But let the person see how stupid the question it just asked is, and let them realize, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Compare it, give them comparison, compare it with what you know they know, or compare it with their whole side of the story. So let them get to realize what he just said is not nice, and they can rephrase. And when I finished talking with the person started rephrasing. Okay, so how many countries do you have in Africa? And I said, okay, we have a lot. How many countries do you have in Asia? He said a lot. Okay, the same thing. And he said, but you guys look alike. I said, no, every Asian do. You guys look alike. He said, no, Filipina is different from Indonesia. I said, wow, okay, the same thing. We are all Africans, but we are different. So you just let them compare, let them know what they just said that is wrong, and let them realize. So next question: why are you here in the Philippines? Seriously? Someone asked me this too. And I said, I'm here to study. Just if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to talk to this person, just tell the person a simple answer: I'm here to study, and let the person think. Don't wait for the next question, because the next question is going to come out, I don't know, not a nice one. It's gonna come out in a stupid form. So when they ask you, why are you here, even as a person that you know or you can see them talk with, just tell the person you just want to feel you want to experience another country, you want to experience another culture, you want to experience another educational system. That's what you're here. So if you don't have time to tell this person your answer, just smile and move. I do that a lot. Whenever I don't have time and I'm really thinking about my quizzes and exam, and someone walk up to me and start asking me all this question, I just like smile and move. So next question: if you can't behave like us, then go back to your country. Why is it common for Filipinos to say this? Okay, I think we've talked about behave. They want Filipino or Filipino want you to behave like them, to be accepted in their country. Um, this is really common. It's true. Whenever they, you don't really hatch to what they want you to hatch to, or they ask you to do something for them, or behave in a certain way, and you have your own way of doing things, so you don't really um, you don't really go with what they said to you. Then the next word that comes out of someone that is so angry, and someone that has this back that has this thinking at the back of their head already, that you are here to get something from them or something. We just bring the next word out, like go back to your country. So whenever someone say this to you, please just tell the person in a simple way that of course I will go back when I'm done with my education. just just tell the person that, so that you won't have you won't prolong the conversation and say, or you can say okay, so that you will just stop the conversation there. And if you feel like you have a lot to tell this person, or you think this person is really pushing it, just tell the person that you are not immigration officer, so I'm not creating any nuisance, and I'm not going your country or anything. So I'm just here to have um, education. So when I'm done, of course I will go back home. So please, and if you don't have time, just say okay and let the person rest, or you rest your lungs. So it's really common actually. Someone, as in one of my classmates, told me this before. We had a um group work, and he was trying to reach me on Facebook. That's the means of communicating with the group, this thing. But I was expecting, if you don't have that person's phone number, but he has my phone number, so I was expecting, okay, he's gonna contact me on the phone or something. But he contacted me on Facebook, which I'm not always on. I'm busy with some other stuff. So I didn't see it and I didn't reply in time. So he started saying a lot of things that you're not supposed to say to your colleagues. You can say some things to your um colleagues, like if you're selling fish, or you are in a marketplace, you're selling vegetables or stuff, you're not educated, or I don't know how to put it, you are not highly educated, you can say some things to each other, and it's okay. But as a professional, there are some things you don't say to your colleagues. As a medical doctor, there are some things you don't just utter to your colleagues. So he started saying a lot of stuff. Then I said, this same person, we had a conversation before, and he became so agitated and became so anxious around me. Then I told him a little bit of advice: stop fidgeting around me, stop being anxious and nervous around me, just relax. I'm a person like you, convey your information. And second, I didn't see your Facebook message in time, and when I saw it, I replied you, right? But he said I replied very late. Oh, okay, I wasn't online. I explained that earlier on. So he became so distant, and said, if okay with the way I behave or we behave, then go back to your country. Then he uttered the word. I became so angry with him. Then I said, if you now think you're an immigration officer, then I have to, if everyone think, that's how I put it, if everyone think they have to be immigration officers for their own country, then I do I have the right to say how Filipinos and Filipinas working in my country to be deported or to be sent back home if they can behave like me? So, I just, because sometimes this is how I deal with people. If you're a tricycle driver, like the tricycle, it's almost like a Camaro, but it's smaller to the Camaro in Nigeria. So, whenever you need the services and they want to cheat you or they want to get extra pay from you, which it's rampant the moment many Filipinos, not all of them, decide a foreigner, what first comes to your mind is like, okay, let's get whatever you want to get from this person. And what's really annoying me is like, others will be there, or even an educated person will be there. You won't try to like correct them, like, okay, whatever you're trying to do is wrong. Will you be happy if this foreigner should do that to your sister or your brother working outside the country too? So they won't stop the person from doing that. They just smile about it. So whenever I got to know that you were cheating me, or I realized that, I'll just walk away from you, or I won't give you the money or stuff. So most of them they say it too. They say, go back to your country, go back to your country. Maybe because they think that's the next option, that's the next vocabulary they can tell to a foreigner that will make that will get the foreigner's attention. So if tricycle person or market woman should say that to me, I will just smile and leave, because I know we know what you say something. So you'll be dealing with life, so you can't just go around with crap mentalities. So um, let's go to the next question, please. Why do Pinoy always talk? Okay, sorry, let me hit again. Why do Pinoy always walk or sit in groups? Hmm. Why do Filipinas sit or walk in group? I think it's just sense of belonging. Sense of belonging is big deal here, for as in the society. Big deal. If you are alone, or you are a lone person, not lonely, but you are a lone person, you like to be alone most of the time, they take you to be a sad person, or a lonely person, or you are not acceptable, you're weird. So which is not so in our society. When you can do things alone, that doesn't mean you can't mingle or anything. You know that you can differentiate when to mingle and when to be alone. That means you are a strong person, you are an independent person. But here, if you try to exercise your independency, like your side of independency, you want to be alone, sometimes they just see you as being weird, like you're lonely, you don't have people, or people don't accept you. So some will even walk by you and laugh at you for not being with people, or for not being in a group. So I think it's just sense of belonging. And what's really um I can say annoying me, what's really uh what let me just put it this way, what I don't really like about this sense of belonging is that they do anything just to belong in a group. Not all of them, but most of them. So the moment you are different, then you are counted weird. Yes. So it's like um they do everything to belong in a group. Whatever the group has you to do, you just have to do it just to to be in a group, so that other people won't talk about you being weird, being um lonely, being left out of the society or anything. So that is one of the reason, one of the reasons, what I think is the reason, sense of belonging. That's the reason. And when I first came here, one incident happened at Mall of Asia, SM Mall of Asia. So that is the largest mall in the Philippines. I don't know if it's the largest mall in the whole Asia. I don't really know, but it's a very big mall. So I went there. Then I was shopping with my friends. So I went to the sea. I gave my shopping bag to my friends, and they went home. So I went to the sea house to pee. So there was a very long line. So I jumped at the last part of the line. So I waited there for a few minutes, and someone came out of the bathroom, and like six people out of the line went with the person that just came out of the CR, actually toilet. CR is called toilet in our place, or bathroom. So when the person came out of the bathroom, and six other people, we people who have been staying on the line, have to go with her. I was like, with her, I was like, what just happened here? Why would those people stay on the line? Why wouldn't just they stay aside or something? And secondly, why would they even come with a person to see her, or come with a person to bathroom when they don't have call of nature yet? So that's one of the this thing. I became curious, but later around, when I got to realize that it's just sense of belonging, they just have to be in the group to be accepted in the society. So that is the reason. So let's go to the next question. Why do they have to pretend a lot? After they have what they want, they just forget about you. Why? I think the reason, I think the reason, one of the reasons is that, based on my own observation, because I've been there. Yeah, you are friends with someone today, and tomorrow they see you on the street, there will be no hi, hello, or wave or anything. They just look at you, and they do something else, or they move other directions. First time I didn't understand what was going on, but later I got to understand that um, those kind of, when you have those kind of people that are good to you today, tomorrow they are not good to you, please just take them for who they are. You two don't get too close, please. Don't get too close, because that's a sign that the person wants something from you. And secondly, some of them get close to you in one particular place, and they don't get close to you in another particular place. They, when they are close to you, maybe because you are in a close place, or they feel secure to talk to you in a close place. And that you should know definitely that is not a good friend. A friend that can talk to you in an open place and in a closed place, then forget it. That person is not a friend. The person is there for something. So there for sure. So just don't take it at heart. Whenever you see the person wave, and if the person didn't wave back, just take it as, okay, this is the person is back to the situation again, and move on with your life. So when that situation happens to you, just don't mind it. And some would like to talk to you in an open place. They don't like to talk to you when they see you, or you guys walk past each other in a private or closed place. So those kind of people, they just like to show you off that, oh, I have a foreign friend, and I can talk to a foreigner, I can do this, because it happens a lot. It just, and some of them, they just want to speak big English. They just want to practice their English with you, but not in a polite way. They just want to say something that is funny so that people will think they can speak, or you know, people will praise them or something. So if you're in that kind of situation, someone is trying to talk to you in a public place, but the person don't really talk to you in a private place, just smile and leave that place instead of you sitting there and the person is just enjoying himself, showing you off and everything. Just leave the place, excuse yourself. And be careful, please be careful with the kind of friends you choose to mingle with. So when you start having that kind of feeling that this person is not straight with you, please move on, let the person go. You can still be friends with the person, like casual friend, hello, hi, then that is it. Next question: why do they ask you if you have eaten but never want to give you some or buy you any? Okay, this is normal in the Philippines. That, like, they will ask you, have you eaten your breakfast? Have you taken your lunch? Have you taken your dinner? Like my friends, my Filipino friends, they do that. Honestly, I started correcting them that if you don't have food for me, then don't ask. That's a joke I made with my friends. So I educated them about it, and they are changing. They're adjusting. So it's asking you, have you eaten, have you taken your lunch, have you taken your this, it's like a way of caring for you, that they care about you. That's the way. But we foreigners take it like, okay, if you should ask someone, have you eaten, then you should have something for the person, not that you just ask and nothing follows. If the person says no, nothing follows. If the person says yes, nothing follows. So why should you ask? That is the feeling of we foreigners, the one that this kind of question. But based on my uh, experience, and I've asked them why do they ask this, they said because they care. So whenever they ask you this, just tell them yes, no. If you haven't, say no. If you have, say yes. And when you have time to talk to this person, or you're close to this person, or this person is a friend, just try to educate this person. If you don't have something to follow, don't have, let's talk about something else. Okay, let's meet for lunch, let's do this or let's do that. And secondly, when you meet Filipino that is your friend or that cares about you, when you meet them eating, they will offer you. I think that is the cheapest thing Filipino. Oh, that is the thing Filipino can give you. That is the best thing Filipino can give you. Food. When you see them eating, or when it's a party, they easily offer you food. So let's go to the next question. Why do Filipinos share things among themselves and refuse to offer foreigners sitting with them? Yeah, this happens a lot of time in class. Because in my class right now, the whole third year medical school, we are just four foreigners, two from Indonesia and two from Nigeria. So it's like whenever we have lecture, or whenever we have lecture, and there's candy, there's snacks. Some of them, I can't say all, but it's almost all. Let me just be specific with what is going on in my class. So like they have this snack, they just have to pass it over. Sometimes they will even give it to you to pass to the next person. They won't ask you, okay, do you want or not? Some do it out of, okay, maybe if I ask, she will say no. But notwithstanding, you just need to ask. Maybe the foreigner is going to say no, yes, or this thing. I think I've talked to some of my classmates about this before. I've asked them, why do you pass over food? Why do you pass food over foreigners without offering them? And the foreigner is sitting with you, is with you, and stuff. The answer was, I think the foreigner won't like it, or the foreigner will say no. So I just said it like, okay, maybe next time you need to ask. you wouldn't know if the foreigner is interested in that, and the foreigner wouldn't want to be so jumpy like, okay, I get my stuff. And something I think someone has said it before that one of the foreigner used to like get things without asking. So now I told them, ask the foreigner if the foreigner wants it, because the foreigner don't know when you want him to get it or not. So you just want to, the foreigner wants to wait for you. You go ahead order before he gets your food or this. So what you do is like, if the person is your friend or you're close to this person, you think you can tell this person how you feel, then say to this person like, maybe next time can you ask the foreigner, ask me if I want or not, then I'll tell you if I want or not, so that it won't, I won't feel like you don't want to offer me food, or you won't feel like I don't just want to join, or I don't like to eat with you. So next question, let me have a video first, please. It's the water. So next question. Why do they think you are threatening them when you are correcting them? Okay, that's another question from my friend. So he said, why do they think you are threatening them when you are actually trying to explain something or trying to correct them? I've noticed that a lot. I notice it very much. Like, they become so threatening very easily. Threatened very easily. Like, but some of them just have this pre preconclusive idea about foreigner. So when you come in contact with them, or you try to explain something to them, so that preconclusive idea will push through. They will just think you are like this, you are like that, you are lousy, you are this, without listening to what you're even trying to say. I've been in the situation before that I was trying to explain something to one of my classmates. She just stood there and watched me talk for a while, and the only thing she said to me is like, Ola, why are you hungry? Like, hungry? I was like, no, I'm not angry, I'm trying to explain something to you. Then she said, you look angry. I said, wow. I'm not. Maybe because I'm in hurry to tell you this, and so that we can move on to the next thing. So I explained myself, and she said, wow, okay. And for them, they don't realize that even sometimes when they are trying to explain something to foreigner, they become so anxious and angry, and the foreigner feel like, is this person attacking me or something? But we foreigners, we don't, I don't know for others, but for me, when you are doing that, you are reacting in front of me and everything, I listen to what you're saying instead of the action. So but when you say something and you have to get out, then I know, oh, you need this next. But when you just are different, but you're saying something, I take your words. Action, I don't, because people react to something. Some people react to things differently. So that's how I see things. So whenever you are confronted with this kind of situation, try to explain to the Filipino or Filipina that you are trying to say something, and he or she should listen to your words instead of reading your movements and looking at your face and thinking you just have to start talking in a very low voice, like in a sympathetic way or something. So the ways we express ourselves are different. So you just have to tell the Filipino to listen to your words. So it's the same way for her. Sometimes we think they are threatening us or they are attacking us with words, whereas they're just trying to express their feelings. And the same thing, we sometimes we foreigners think we're trying to express our feelings. Okay, welcome back. The other video is done. So let's talk about. Let's continue from where we start concerning the threatening. When you're talking to them, they think you're threatening them. So some actually become so anxious and agitated, or they have this feeling that foreigner is trying to like tell them what to do in their home country. So it gives try to explain your home part of the story, that this is what I meant. Listen to my words, not whatever I listen. So next question. Do Why do they feel anxious or nervous around foreigner? Not all of them, not all Filipino or Filipinas become anxious or nervous around foreigner. You know, we are different people, like individually, we are different. So people become nervous talking to other people, so people relax, they feel better talking to people. So every time you come in contact with this kind of situation, you have to stay, is the person relaxed talking to normal Filipino, or is it anxious talking to everyone or talking to anyone he doesn't really know or she doesn't really know? So you have to decide who is this person. And if you don't really know this person, or you just met the person, try to question or relax the person, like, okay, relax, can you talk to me like normal person? I used to say this back in the first year when I first started podcasting. When you come across the room to talk to me and you become so agitated or jumping or nervous or outside, relax. Let me listen to you very well. What are you trying to say? Then when I'm like, okay, wait, cool down. I don't bite. So it's like in a funny way, not in a annoying way. So you smile and said, okay, they will relax. So you can make it in a funny way that way, so that the person will you let the person feel relaxed around you, feel relaxed talking to you. It happens a lot too, you know. Many of them don't really come in contact with foreigners like you are doing, like you have been to other countries, or you are here, you know, of course you can get in contact with the locals or the foreigners or something, so you're prepared for it. Some of them are not prepared to come in contact with foreigners, so, and they have this preconclusive idea about foreigners. So when they come in contact with you, a lot of things are going through their mind. So try to relax them and let them feel at home to talk to you. So next question. Why do they borrow things and never bring it back? Yeah, this is true, but not all of them. I always say this, not all Filipinos or Filipinas are like this. Not all of them borrow something and then refuses to bring it back. But some actually do that. I got to learn my lesson in a hard way. When I first came here, I was so sympathetic. Like, I sympathize with people easily and everything. Then whenever you need something from me, I just give you the moment I have it and stuff. But I learned my lesson the very hard way. A lot of money and lent out of people borrow from me. Filipinos or Filipinas borrow from me. They never returned it. So they just keep up postponing you. And some of them will even run away from you. They will stop contacting you. Whenever they see you, they just run, or they will start avoiding you. So my advice about this is that don't lend out anything you can for good. So don't give whenever they say they want to borrow your pen, or The moment you know you can give out the pen, you can give the pen to that person, then that is good. But if you know you still need the pen and you don't want to give it out, tell the person you need the pen, so don't give. That would be the advice. Yeah, that is the situation here. Can I borrow your pen? It's like, can I get a pen without a pen? So just interpret it that way sometimes, not every time. But just be careful. Next question. Why do you think they can? Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me start the question again. Do you think they can be real friend? Like Filipino or Filipina can be real friend? Yes, I think so. But it's really rare. Very rare. So you have to just take your time. Don't rush to have a friend. Not because don't think because someone is good to you today or someone is so lively meeting you and doing this and then the person is automatically your friend. No. Take your time. If it's going to take you for the whole 4 years you're going to study here to get only one friend, let it be. So take your time, don't rush into having friends. Of course, you may not even have any friend until you live here. You will still live a nice life. Don't just have enemies. That is just the point. So be okay with everyone. Once in a while you come in contact with them. Don't leave them with bad repetition about yourself. So repetition about yourself. So just be okay, be nice, and so my advice is like don't rush. Just don't really rush to have a friend. Yeah, you can still get nice real friend out of that. Yes. So next question. How can you really how can you reply them when they ask silly questions? Oh, okay. For me, the way I react or reply them whenever they ask me silly question is like I smile and I move away. I smile to the person like and I move away. But sometimes I may even maybe when you come to me straight, you didn't even say hi or hello, you didn't even ask for my name, we didn't have nice conversation, but you want to know where I'm from or you ask me silly question, then I will look at you and say hi, then I will move off. I will move. Just leave the vicinity, just find another place to eat or just do something else. If you can move or you can leave the place on your own line, you can leave the line or something. Just get something doing. Don't as if you didn't hear the person. Yes, as if you didn't hear the person. So I think the person will question himself unless the person is having issues, is having mental, so the person will keep on disturbing you. I actually have met some people like that. When you don't answer them, you keep on pushing and keep on saying a lot of stuff. So just do as if the person is not talking to you. Do something, use your earpiece or use a phone just to distract yourself so that you get out of that situation. So don't answer them with silly answer. Don't give them silly answer. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Or if you really think you need to answer that person, then let answer them and let them see how silly the question they asked was. Lecture them, educate them about the question. So next question, which is the last one in this topic of racism in the Philippines. Is how you react to racist tricycle driver, like those ones that work in work with the small bike, the carry people around, and the market woman No, okay, is how you react to racist price card or market woman different from the way you react to a racist professional? Of course, yes. Yes, I can say that anywhere. If a tricycle, a racist tricycle man or a racist market woman come in contact with me or I come in contact with the person and he started saying stuff which I know is not true or started pouring out a mind or his mind in the wrong way, I would just leave the uh, I would just leave the place. I will excuse myself out of the place because I know for sure we are not in the same category. I got to know a lot of stuff that this person doesn't know. So I'm a professional person. So why should I have this conversation with this kind of person? But if it's a professional person, maybe we are in an office, we are in school or something. We are professionals and everything, and you are racist. The way I will react to what you say to me with a difference. I will be disappointed. That's the first thing. I will be disappointed, and I will try to educate you that world is not just about you. Other people are here just the way you are here too. So you should respect individuality, respect other people's culture, respect other people's opinion, and don't try to judge people based on the way you judge yourself. Don't try to think everyone should behave the way you behave. That is ignorant. Yeah. So, and don't try to talk about what you don't really know details about. Don't just say things on TV and think, oh, it's proper to talk about it and proper to just pour out my opinion over any other people's opinion. So, I'm sorry, my neck is becoming stiff and it's sitting on this for a very long time. So, I think those are the questions we have for today. So, the question is the main question, the ultimate question is: does racism let me rephrase that. Does racism exist in the Philippines? Yes. Yes, and it's really obvious. Really, really obvious. Because I can say percentage, but a lot of Filipinos or Filipinas think the moment you are here to get something from the country. And we foreigners think we don't get anything than to study. You don't get to work, you don't get to do anything, you don't get to own a house, you don't get to get a citizenship, you don't get to own a car by yourself, you don't get to do a lot of things you're supposed to do if you have to get something or enjoy foreign land or anything. But we are still spending here. You bring the money from your place, even if you have to drink water, you have to buy it. Yes. So we foreigners think that way here, and it's like foreigners word against the local word most of the time here in the Philippines. And there's another thing I need to talk about that people didn't send the questions about them trying to leave space for you. Maybe you are in a public vehicle and they don't want to sit beside you based on their own mentality about you or people looking like you. So please don't take that in the wrong way. Um, just take that person to be ignorant and face your own business. You don't need to say anything, you don't need to react, just don't mind. You have your life to live. Be a happy person. You know, every time you wake up, just think, okay, I'm going to enjoy today no matter what. I'm going to enjoy myself. Nothing can stop me. So even if someone sharing has funny, doesn't want to stay beside me in this thing, please, you have the space to yourself. Feel free. Enjoy the space. So seriously, that's what I actually do. When people are coming into the public vehicle and you saw a space beside me and you walk past it, you want to sit with people that look just like you, based on your preconclusive idea about foreigner or about certain race or about certain people looking certain way. I just like to be, and then I occupy both space. My bag is going to sit on the space, and I just feel relaxed and enjoy myself. And something that actually, something that is actually funny to me is that when the whole space is occupied already, this someone is still coming back to that same space that every other person neglected, because that person is that person can't find a space though, so but that person have to like sit there. So why should you sit there if you have this pre-conclusive or you have mentality about these people? They're gonna kill you if you sit beside them. Oh, you won't feel comfortable, maybe they're going to get something from you or something. Actually, I've never heard of there's another thing. Whenever you there's another thing I notice, or my friends too, they used to tell me this, that whenever you come so close with Filipino or Filipina, they try to get their bags or belongings close to themselves than when you weren't close to them. Like, you are sitting on the same table with a Filipina or Filipino, but the Filipina purse is on the table before you got to the table. But whenever you get to the table and you want to sit, the Filipino will get the bag so close to our body, or bring it so close to herself. What my foreign friends used to think is like, I hope this person is not thinking I'm going to steal something from her bag. So one of my foreign friend used to say, I think I should be the one to hide my home belongings, because I'm the one that something can be stolen from. So I just said, you know what, just don't mind, just feel free. If the person is having the mind that you're going to steal something with, and you're having the mind that okay, you're not going to steal anything from the person. You too, you should look at your home belongings so that it won't be the one that will be stolen. And I've had a lot of situation happening in Philippines, mostly in Manila and Cebu, with my friends that um, things are being stolen from foreigners, and other Filipinos or Filipinas will see the perpetrator doing that, or the thief stealing that. They will do nothing about it. And I said, that is the patriotic spirit that is so rampant here in the Philippines. Patriotic spirit. You just want to how can you say, stand by their own people or their own kind. I don't know why it should be that way, but please, whenever you're going out, try to take care of your belongings. Don't be so relaxed. So if you notice someone is getting close to you, even if it's not getting close to you, because they try to take care of their own belongings, so you too should take care of yours so closely. So what else? What else? And there's another situation people say or talk about is like, when you have situation or you have arguments with one Filipino or Filipina, any other Filipina that is not there when the argument started, but came there after the argument started, and after the argument started, got to the scene of the argument, we definitely believe the Filipino over you. Of course, that's another space of patriotic. They just they just want to stand by their home people based on, they don't want all other ones, other Filipinos to judge them being easy, or they don't want other Filipino or Filipinas to judge them that, oh, you are siding a foreigner over your home person, even though within them they know that the home person or the local person is wrong. So that's another thing that actually throw me out of my way sometimes. When you see a fellow country person doing something wrong with a foreigner, speak up, so that this won't go around and foreigners will start saying bad words or not nice things about you as in your country. And there's another thing is that um this is an advice to we Nigerians. Please, patronize your home people. Don't think, oh, because this is from Asia, this is from outside the country, this is foreign, then you have to choose that over your own stuff. You can be friends, or you may try to help your friend, but please always stand by, or always try to support your own brand. Always try to be there for your own, because that is where the world is going now. So it's not like you, if the person is doing something wrong, you have to stand by the person, but you just have to stand by your own helpless person. If the person is right or is doing something right, give moral support, financial support. And based on this, my YouTube channel, I talk with some Facebook friends that are Nigerian about this YouTube. Some of them were like asking me, what is it for? What is it about? Why? So I just like, at least check it out, please. Then if you don't like it, don't subscribe. But I would like you to subscribe instead of subscribing to something that has nothing to do with you or one foreign YouTube or stuff. Subscribe to the home local person and tell the person or advise the person how to make it better. Give advices, give your opinions. And then there's another thing about this working stuff. Here in the Philippines, it's always coming up in the constitution. Every time we have anything on the constitution, now we have in medical jurisprudence. It still came out that the constitution is stating it. You can employ a foreigner whatsoever if locals can do the same job. If locals can do it, it doesn't have to be better or this thing. The moment local can do it, you cannot employ foreigner. So the priorities are given to the local first. And as you can see, there's no job in Philippines, so locals have to get the whole job. Nothing for foreigners to do here, unless you are here to establish or you are here to study. So what else? So let's patronize our own people so that our lives will be better, right? When we stick together and do something nice for ourselves. And I don't know why a lot of people think, oh, this is my friend and he's a foreigner, so I can do anything or this thing. You can do anything to help a foreigner. It's just for the meantime. We learn that because the foreigner will gain whatever he wants to gain and bring it to his own country. And you and your kids or your grandchildren will have to suffer it later. So anything you want to do to help a foreigner, think about it twice. Even though it's going to be beneficial to your home people, please do it for your home people first. Do it for your home people. And this is my mentality about international relation. If I know my people can do something, I will enhance them. I will ask them to do it, and we can improve on it. We can look at other foreign people doing it, or if they're doing it better, we can use their idea instead of bringing those people to take over the job that the local is supposed to. Get the idea and share it with the locals. Let them start using their idea instead of bringing these people to like take over locals' job. And for me, based on my own perspective, or based on my the way I view the world. If I should have my own company, it's going to be all locals. They're going to be trained well because it depends on how you portray your company. That's how people accept you. Because if you don't accept indiscipline, uh, you don't accept rudeness, you don't accept um, some certain things in your company, make it straight so that people will know that no, 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 this is a standardized company. And you can invite, if you think there are new ideas out there, invite only one foreigner to train your members or the members of the companies on your staff. So if I see any advanced idea or advanced technology or advanced lesson that I need to share with my employees, I'll just invite only one person. Maybe the idea is coming from Germany. I will invite only one German that is really good with it. Pay him for a contract base. Train my people. Train my employees. And after the training, the contract is done. You can go. So we continue with the training. We start doing what is being done there, and every time we try to improve on it. So please, Nigerians, Africans, and if you're foreigners or if you're Filipinos, so instead of having the spirit of me, think of spirit of my please. You won't be here anymore. You won't even know your great grandchildren, and you wouldn't know maybe what you're doing today is going to affect them in life. If you think, okay, foreigner can give a few dollars to do something for them, it's, I don't think it's going to last more than 2 generations before things started changing. So better to establish something that generation to generation to generation to generation will benefit in your land, instead of getting things into your own pocket and enjoying for few years. So I think I've tackled all the questions. I'm sorry for scrambling the paper. So I think we are done for the day. Done with racism in the Philippines. So if you have questions, please there. You have reactions or you have more questions, I can still make more videos to talk about this same topic so that we can get to interact. So comment, feel free to express your feelings. This is the reason I create this YouTube channel. I want foreigners to be able to express their feelings. Don't be shy about it. Don't be, oh, maybe someone is going to judge me. No, no one is going to judge you. This is a free channel where you can express yourself. And when you ask a question, I will definitely answer your question. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you love it. I hope you subscribe. Please subscribe to my business so that I will be motivated to subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, so that I'll be motivated to do more video and to have nice interaction with you. So we get to know each other better, and we get to discuss what we can do about each other's issue. Problem shared is problem half solved, if not totally solved. So have a great day. I have to go back to my exams. See, I have exams, so I have to start reading that. I'll talk to you soon. Stay beautiful, stay positive, stay happy. See you soon.
Maven.